Alright, so this is a battle report for the 9th age with the rule set of, I think, version 11. My buddy Chris just picked up an entire high elf army for like 75 bucks, so none of this crap's painted. So I apologize in advance for that. And we're doing a 2,500 point army, and it's a little loud also because it was at our local hobby shop. So, enjoy.
I have a lot of proxy stuff today with my Highborn Elves. These are bolt throwers with the upgrade to let them fire multiple shots. These are Elian Reavers with bows. This is 5 Dragon Princes with Devastating Charge upgrade. 31 Sea Guard with full command, Flaming Banner. This is a level 2 Shadow Mage. This is my BSB. 2 units of 14 Swordmasters. This is going to be a Frost Phoenix today. This is going to be a Prince on a Flame Phoenix. And this is 10 Queensguard with Skirmish.
Yeah. Alright, I got Proxy Striders, Lust Riders, 5 Knights, full command. I don't know why I put a damn champion in there, but
why not?
This is my general on Chariot, the Warbeast Chariot there. This is this is a Lust Chariot, 17 Marauders with Spears and Standard Bearer, and a champion, and then a level 1 Lust Chariot, 20 Chosen with Halberds. Champion has the fear-causing swords or whatever. Then my BSB, another 17 Marauders with my level 2 Shadow. Then a Change Chariot, 5 Dogs, my Warp Stream Cannon, and another unit of Striders. And I think my level 2 got Miasma and the Glimpse of the End toughness spell, and my level 1 got the Mind Razor. So, do roll for Vanguard and then first turn.
Yeah, buddy.
I think I got +5.
You sure do.
Because I deployed everything else before him. Movement looks like such. He moved up his massive 1 inch. This guy moved up there. These guys moved up. These guys moved up. Those guys pushed all the way up there to threaten those bolt throwers that are probably going to turn on them here in a second. Everybody else moved up like so. These guys made it across the entire damn board with Vanguard and their 20-inch move. Magic, I got a 2 and a 1 and got off -1 BS on those guys. Shooting, I shot him into the new now like decimated unit there, and they passed their 9 up or 8 up rerollable because they were just out of 12 inches. So now it's Elves turn 1.
Movement, not a whole lot of movement on my side. These guys moved over here to block these things from charging something. They fired a shot in. I don't think they did any damage.
They did not.
These guys killed 2 dogs, which panicked that way. Nothing else panicked, thank goodness, for Germ.
For me.
These 2 bolt throwers fired a shot at the Hell Cannon.
One hit didn't wound.
It happens. The Dragon Prince has moved up to threaten the board. This unit that was decimated shot at his Wizards unit, which is now also decimated. They passed the panic test. My general got over this way to be more central to the army. Nothing else really moved. The Queen's Guard just wiped that unit off the board. Yep. 5 hits, 5 wounds, dead unit.
And Magic was a wash.
Yeah, Magic, I threw some dice at the spell and did nothing.
Yep, so Warriors turn 2. So, dogs kept running. These guys moved up. The Wizard moved into this unit because these guys are going to get their asses handed to them. Everybody else moved up like so. They charged them. They fled. They only went 5 inches. And then these guys took 1 wound and then got 2 wounds on them. These guys are at 3 wounds, sorry. And they're actually fleeing because they went center to center this way. And they just combat reformed to look over at the war machines. So now it is off to, and Magic did nothing. Yeah, so off to Elves turn 2. So those guys rallied over there.
Yep. Turned around.
Everybody turned around, pew-pewed the crap out of
shooting, those are gone.
Yeah, including one
of these
bolt thrower. These guys annihilated my Marauders and turned to take that up the butt, or in the face rather. all the elves moved back like bitches.
This one didn't.
Except for
the
the
volley fire.
These guys, or this guy got a magical move from right there to right there, and got -1 movement here, and those guys ran off the board.
Yes, they did. They're no longer here.
And magic was just the
That's the -1
there, and got him over there.
Rolled like a huge number to get it.
So yeah, off to Warriors turn 3. Looks like so. He's gone a massive 3 inches so far. It ran in here, impact hits.
2 on the impact hits.
And did
nothing after that.
Saved everything there.
Back to you.
Everybody moved here, like so. I mon-razored them and then got nothing else off. And then with the attribute moved him over there. These guys just slowly trotted into the forest so they didn't die. And I tried to shoot the troglodyte douche thing and missed again. So off to Elves 3. Dickhead moved all the way over here and
dropped some fire.
Peed all of my guys with acid pee.
Fire.
Movement. I don't think he moved anything else.
These guys moved up just to take some shots.
And that's about it.
This thing reorged to point in a good direction. That's it.
All right, and then I think Magic got -1 movement here. And combat, as you can see, he did nothing. I did 2, and he stayed. So now it is off to Warriors turn 4. Rallied and are standing there. That chariot charged in to help with that and get over here. He moved up to another inch. All that crap charged in there, and I did 14 impact hits and left 4 guys alive.
10 on the impact hits.
Yeah. And then the Knights lost 2 guys, the Chariot took 1 wound, and the Champion ran off and was overrun by the Knight. This guy impact hit into this, and I'm hoping for another 7 impact hits next game, or next round. And he's off, the Knight over there is off the board. Shooting did veered off like always because I shot at them. Magic, I don't think anything happened to it.
No.
Yeah. So it is off to turn 4 elves. The movement looks like this guy charged into the flank of them. These guys moved up in front of these chariots. These guys moved up. Your BSB, right, is right there.
BSB's right there. Wizard's over here.
It was over there. So combat, you can see that the chariot got wrecked. I think I did 3 impact hits and killed 2.
Got killed before you could go.
Yeah, I killed 2 and then got killed before that guy. You were in there. A lot of shooting took out the last barbarian here.
Oh, you have to make a panic test for that guy when we get back to it.
Did we?
Yeah.
No, he already took.
You didn't roll it.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
Whatever. All right, and then combat right here is a challenge. Tie went to me because I had a musician, and he passed with a 10, just barely. And shooting put 2 wounds on him, or an extra wound on him.
Yep.
And yeah, and that. So yeah, now it is Warriors turn 5.
Yes.
Movement. These 2 chariots charged into the now non-existent unit there. I charged the sorcerer who's now over there and got a 10 on my freaking.
You tried to reform.
Yeah, I tried to redirect and failed the thing. So then my knight came on the board and jumped in front of them. I think magic. I got
initiative off
2 initiative off of them, which let my warriors go before them, and then my horses got a decent amount. Combat or magic. Got this guy moved 10 inches away, so he's out of range of that, hopefully. Maybe. And then combat, he did 4 to my...
Other magician.
Yeah, to my source, my level 2. And
lost because of the
we tied and again, and musician stayed. So it is off to Elves turn 5.
Okay, the mage and these guys failed the rally. And one guy got off the board, they're still fleeing. The bolt throwers put a wound on each of these chariots.
Yep.
I need 2 wounds, but whatever.
His
BSB here came up here and finished off that mage.
He's gone.
In this combat, I killed his BSB in the challenge, so he's out of challenges. Thank you very much.
And I did
He did 3 wounds on the other Phoenix, so he actually won by 3, but we stuck around with both those guys. Thank goodness. The Swordmasters killed the last knight, and then overran into his general, and they're about to take impact hits, and it's going to be bad for them. But that's okay. And that is all that happened. No more magic.
Yeah, but all our magic is dead. So off to Warriors turn 6. Charge there. He went up there because was my last turn, and he's probably gonna die. So these guys are over here because this a-hole was frenzied, and instead of doing what I want him to, which was possibly shoot that guy, he instead failed his leadership test and charged them, and went a massive 11 plus 1, so he went 12, which still wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
But because of the terror test and his want to flee anyways, he fled. There was no magic, no shooting, obviously, because that guy. And combat here, I killed the Frost Phoenix and lost combat by 4.
But you stayed around.
And he's got 2 wounds on his general left.
Yep.
So now it's last turn for the High Elves. Oh, and that over there, I think I won, but you were steadfast.
And I put a wound on the chariot.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
So now it is last turn for Elves of the game. So movement looks like such. Shooting did nothing. Combat, I won and overran and got his one guy down. He got 1 wound on there, but that didn't matter. And then last combat, he had 1 wound left on him, and the Phoenix ended up. I had 1 guy left, and then I fled. It was so close, but we're gonna go ahead and write up the points and all. We'll figure that out. It was 2034 points from me to the Highborn Elves.
Yep, and Chaos Warriors got 1,863. Victory, Highborn Elves.
That was a fucking close game. If I had somehow gotten away or
1 wound through.
Yeah, 1 more wound through on his general, it would have been
600 point swing, 800 point swing, something like that.
So close. That was it was kind of like my last game with Ben, where it was like I just sat back and shot the shit out of him while he had to come to me.
That's how I have to play against your army.
Yeah.
I can't just go fight. You win in combat 9 times out of 10.
That was a good game though.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought I was gonna get screwed completely, but it was a lot closer than I thought.
As soon as that Frost Phoenix died, I was like, oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
I just got my 6 strength plus my freaking armor piercing.
And I couldn't roll a ward save. We're the damn this game.
If it wasn't
like 2 the whole
if
game.
it wasn't for the fact that if my BSB wasn't dead in the challenge, which he had to challenge, like he had the re-rolling the ward save banner too. So, anyways, see how long it takes me to get this one up.
6 months later.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, I hate the Phoenix, the Frost Phoenix to be specific. That damn thing kills me every time. Highborn Elves are not as, they're about the same as they were before. The lightning reflexes, giving the +1 to hit, kind of hurt me a lot, but them being, I do like the fact that they don't get rerolls for every single unit anymore. The general he had was pretty nasty. I mean, it's kind of how you have to do it with the way the monster rules are. My chosen, if I had just ruled slightly better, my chosen would have killed his general and it would have been a completely different game. But that is how the dice rolls. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and thanks for watching. Comment, sub, like, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Later.